Alright everyone, welcome to the video. I hope you're all well on this Monday, wherever you may be in the world. Tonight's video is going to be part 3 of my Forgotten Rugby League Club series. So I've already done University and Annandale, and tonight I'm going to be talking about Cumberland. Now this is Cumberland the Rugby League Club, not Cumberland Sausages, so I'm sorry for getting you all hungry if you were thinking I was going to talk about Cumberland Sausages. But anyway, Cumberland, it's a club that not many people probably know of. So I'm going to be going through a brief overview of the club, some of the players that played for the club, some of the moments that happened while the club was still in the New South Wales Rugby League competition, and I'm going to be bringing that to you right now. Cumberland were founded on the 21st of April 1908 at the Horse and Jockey Hotel in Homebush. Now, the Horse and Jockey pub is still there on Parramatta Road today, so if you're in Sydney, go down there and check it out, because it's a very historic hotel in Sydney, and it's the birthplace of the Cumberland Rugby League Club. Now, the origins of the Cumberland Rugby League Club were founded in the Western Suburbs Rugby Union Club, and there was also another rugby union club called Ashfield. Now Ashfield Rugby Union Club would end up becoming Western Suburbs, also known as the Magpies. But there was a meeting between all the Western Suburbs Rugby Union Club players and members, and they were asked if they wanted to join the new Western Suburbs Rugby League Club. All but 2 of them, so I think there was about 27 players, all but 2 of them rejected and said, we don't want to play for them. And so what happened was they proposed that they were going to start their own club, and they were going to call it Central Cumberland. That was going to be the name of it. Now at the time, the New South Wales Rugby League, they were reluctant to admit a 9th team into the competition. So they proposed that Cumberland, if they were to become a club, would merge with Western Suburbs. Now both Western Suburbs and Cumberland refused to do so. So, like what happened with Annandale in my previous video, Cumberland were given a trial match to prove to the New South Wales Rugby League that they could be competitive and they could maybe draw a crowd and draw some interest. So they played against Eastern Suburbs in a trial match, and they were defeated 18 points to 4. But the New South Wales Rugby League, for some reason, was convinced that this would be a good idea to bring a Cumberland team into the competition and that they would eventually be competitive. Now, the New South Wales Rugby League Premiership had already begun, so they had to reformat the draw to include Cumberland, which meant that they had to increase the competition from 8 teams to 9, and they had to reformat everything. So just imagine if the NRL season started, and then after the first round, the NRL turns around and says, oh, by the way, we're introducing a new club, and all those draws and stuff that you were looking at, that's all has to be changed now, so this is the new draw. I bet you a lot of people wouldn't have been happy with that one. So Cumberland's first match was against South Sydney, and it was a curtain raiser to the Australia versus New Zealand test match. It was played at the Royal Agricultural Society grounds, which is where Fox Studios is now based, and they lost to South Sydney 23 points to 2 in that game, so they were comprehensively beaten. Now, Cumberland's only victory in the 1908 season came against Western Suburbs, so it was the big rivalry match at the time. There obviously would have been a lot of feeling between both sets of players because of what happened before the season started. And Cumberland won 14 points to 6 at Birchgrove Oval to get their only ever win in the New South Wales Rugby League Premiership. Now, Cumberland's final ever match in the New South Wales Rugby League Premiership was against North Sydney, and it was played at Wentworth Park in front of 200 people. And they showed up to the ground and they only had 11 players. And the referee said, look lads, we can't let you play this. There's supposed to be 13 players on a rugby league field. We can't let you play with 11. So North Sydney went, look, we want to play just as much as Cumberland, so we're going to give you two of our players to go play for you. So Paddy Boland and Oddbait was his name. It's funny names back then, like. They both said we'll go play for Cumberland for one match. So they had the game and Cumberland lost 45 points to 0. And they were officially awarded the wooden spoon after the match, after they finished bottom of the table. Now, statistically, Cumberland are the worst team in the history of first grade rugby league in Australia. They only won the one game, which equates to 12.5% of a winning percentage. So it was lower than Annandale, which they finished with a winning percentage of 18.3%. Now, with the actual shirt, the jersey, all that caper with the kit that Cumberland wore, they wore a blue and gold striped shirt, similar to what sort of Parramatta wore last year, and they wore black shorts and blue and gold socks, and they had a C, like they had a big C there on the chest there to say Cumberland. They didn't have a home ground. They played at a number of venues, Birchgrove Oval, the agricultural ground, and also the Sydney Cricket ground. But they never had a home ground. They never had a training facility and out like that. Their most, you could see their best player was a man by the name of Harry Bloomfield. He played and captained the club in 1908, and he was one of two players from the Cumberland team that went on to play first grade with another club. So he signed with Western Suburbs in 1909. And there was another player that also joined Western Suburbs, but out of the entire squad that Cumberland had, there was only two players that actually ever played another game of first grade ever again. Now, that concludes my video on Cumberland. So they're a forgotten club. Not a lot of people probably know about them. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. If you're enjoying the content that I'm making or you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends and family. Get their opinion on it. Do they agree on the video? Do they disagree on the video? Did I miss anything? Is there a team that you'd like me to do? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you have a spare moment, go over to my Rugby League history pages on Facebook and Instagram. Go check those out. But tomorrow I'll be doing part 4 of my Rugby League Forgotten Clubs list. Give me some suggestions in the comment section below. There's quite a few default clubs out there, or clubs that I've forgotten about. So let me know. But anyways, everyone, I'll catch you all later. Look after yourselves. Tatty bye.